Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at NECA's Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splinter. This is the new Splinter based on the comics, and we, in my area, have almost no NECA distribution at all. I can never find anything NECA related that's worth looking for. It's like a handful of old stuff that nobody wants. So luckily though, my NECA contact has come through and has provided me with a plethora of review samples for things that I would not otherwise be able to review for you guys, so thanks to them for that. But you know, I'm still going to review things as I always do. I'll be completely honest and upfront and transparent about what I think about a figure regardless of who sends me what. NECA's okay with that. They have been sending me review samples since I started reviewing, basically, and I have said plenty of their figures were no good. Most of them are great, but at least as far as review samples go, plenty I've said have been no good, and they're okay with that. They'd rather have honest reviews, so good on them for that. All right, let's go ahead and get this guy off the stand and take a closer look. Before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package, especially for the Turtles people. A lot of you guys have been wanting it, so here is the package. There's the front. Nothing special on this one, just a little bit of artwork. Standard window, like a fancy window, but still fairly standard. It's more artwork. I have to reference this as we go through the review. And then there's the back, some photos of some things. I already reviewed these two. Haven't reviewed this guy. Don't have a sample of him yet, but hopefully I can find one or they'll provide one later. There's the figure and then a little bit more artwork. Okay, there's my package. Let's move on to the taters and the meat of this review. He stands in basically the same pose he comes out of the box in, about 4 3/4 if you're going to average the top of his head and his ears for scale purposes. I don't know how that would work, but about 9.5 centimeters. There he is up against a Marvel Legends Darwin. He is quite tiny. I've had a lot of people tell me back when he first started showing up that he's such a great figure and I definitely need to review him. I thought, okay, could be true. NECA makes a lot of really great figures. And now that I have him in hand, I have to say he looks fine. Like, I'm not disappointed in any way, but I'm not sure why everybody was telling me he's so incredibly good. So if anybody out there was one of those people, let me know why you said that. But I'm going to review it, and it does look fine. He does have a cloth robe. It's a little bunchy, but that's reasonable for cloth at this scale. The rest of him is just textured, just so we have brown and black for the skin, or for the fur, not the skin. His claws are not painted, and his fingers, I'm not saying they should be, I'm just saying this is what you get. This is what you can expect. There's no differentiation for the claws, hands, or feet. And then for the face, you get the gray nose, white teeth, white eyes. It is done nicely, like it looks good. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I don't know why everybody was all going crazy for this guy. And his robe is nice. It's nicely done as far as small little cloth robes go with the little belt. It could be undone. You can look at his little rat belly if you want, or you could get some of his manly rat chest. There you go. It does come off if you want it to. I don't think you would ever want it to. And there's his tail, which is a little rat tail, which is a slightly different color brown, and it is bendy. So it looks fine. It's not blowing me away or anything. It's just a regular action figure from NECA. So that's why it's weird that everybody was calling this one out as being incredible. Seems fine. Aesthetically, I'm going to say it gets a 7 or an 8, 7. There's nothing special about it. What's there is good, but it doesn't stand out. So, you know, it's all right. I would expect his robe to be a little bit more, like maybe some black wash on it, which you can do easily with cloth parts. So yeah, you know, just a little bit of something. He looks awfully clean, awfully dapper. All right, he does have a lot of accessories though, so maybe that's what people like. He does have the 2 loose hands that come on him in the package. Then you get a couple pointing finger hands and a couple gripping hands. That's pretty good. You get a baby version of him or someone else. It could be another small rat that didn't get mutated. I don't know. I'm guessing it's him though. So you get that version of Splinter. You get his walking stick, which is nice. You get 4 baby turtles. Those look pretty good. Those look awfully familiar to baby turtles that we saw NECA release a long time ago. Maybe not. You get his teapot and a teacup, so that's pretty cool. You get an Utrom, or what looks like an Utrom. I guess it might not be. I'm not up to date on my turtle comics. And you get a Mauser, which I want to actually show you as part of the review, because it's, as far as accessories go, this thing is pretty well done. He has a ball peg in his neck where it looks like he would have it, so it moves around pretty nicely. I like that. Then there's a hinge at the top of the neck for the whole head to move up and down. Then of course the jaw does open, so that's pretty nice. Blue and silver shading to make it look like the comic metal. I like that. The hips swivel where you would think they would. Then they also have the knee joint and the ankle joint. So pretty cool little accessory. So not too bad. And then lastly, we have the ooze canister that I said I was going to reference the box for, because when I looked at this, I was like, that seems wrong. Why is there ooze, unless it's just supposed to be glass, why is there ooze at the top? Something seems like it was lost in translation there. Do you see what I'm saying? Something weird is going on, but it is a nice looking accessory otherwise. But that is very strange that this, it almost looks like a pencil eraser sticking out. A little bit weird there, but otherwise good accessories. I will go 9 out of 10. It's still a buttload of accessories. All right, now as far as articulation goes on this guy, his mouth doesn't open, so it's just some ball pegs at the top of the neck for the head. The neck itself isn't articulated. They did do a really good job with that. Anybody who disagrees about ball pegs being the best neck joint, they just don't know better, or they have nefarious intentions. This is a wonderful example of how good a ball peg can be. It has such good range. You can pose that head however you want effortlessly. Love that. Wonderful. Swivel hinge for the shoulder. I can show you that. No bicep swivel built in there. Bringing the arm up to the side. Just shy of horizontal. Then of course you do get your full rotation, but the robe will be cumbersome. You're gonna have to kind of fiddle with it, but you can rotate the arm all the way up. Of course, for the elbows, it's just a basic swivel hinge. There's nothing special going on here. So you get your bicep swivel out of the elbow. A little bit better than 90. There's your rotation. And then the wrists all have a swivel and a hinge. So far it's fine, but still not impressive. Nothing crazy. Still don't know why everybody told me how wonderful it was. Ball peg in the torso. Pretty good range. Doesn't go forward and back too far. Does go side to side pretty nicely, and it rotates. So that's pretty good. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this guy. I'm just not like knocking my socks off here. Ball pegs for the hips, a little bit loose, but not too bad. Very little range going forward and back. Going out to the side is almost full on splits, so that's okay. You do get a thigh swivel, that's good. Single jointed knee, it's a swivel hinge. So you can bend the leg that far back and straighten it out pretty far forward. And then for the ankle, same type of joint. Goes all the way back and all the way forward. That's really nicely done. And then you get your ankle rocker, which is pretty good. No toe hinge or anything in there. So other than the bendy tail, which stops being bendy about here, it is a nice bendy tail. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. It poses. I don't have anything bad to say other than the hips are a little bit loose, but it's not special. I just don't get why everybody was saying that. I like it. There's nothing wrong with it. Articulation wise on a figure like this, 7, it's fine. It's a lot of single joints, single jointed elbow, single jointed knee, single jointed neck. For a little guy like this, he could have had a little bit more, but yeah, it's fine. Yeah, so 7 for articulation. And now it's time for the final verdict. As is usually the case, NECA went for the aesthetic and accessories. Although his articulation is decent, it's a strong release. I don't know what makes it special, but it is strong regardless, and I'm going to give it an overall rating of 8 out of 10. If you're into the Turtle line, this is definitely one to pick up. It's probably the best Splinter figure that has been released. Maybe that's what it is. That's what it is. That has to be what it is. People are just jazzed that it's a really good Splinter figure, despite it being not, I mean, for NECA standards, it's nothing out of the ordinary. So, you know, it's still really good. So yeah, I'm going to give it an overall 8 out of 10. I think it's pretty good. I think the ooze canister is a mistake though, so that's bugging me a little bit, and I would like to see, I don't know, a little bit of color on that robe. Make him look like he's in the sewer. Something. But yeah, good release. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, and if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos almost every single day, and thousands already on the channel, so make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.